Hi beautifuls, welcome to YILDIZ Readings 5D. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I cover astrology and everything else I cover is above on the screen. Now, we don't like long intros, so my contacts are directly below, and how to book, what, where, why, how has been all left to the end. Those of you who have clicked the link, I do automate posts to keep you in the loop as when I'm coming live and where I'm going to be. So without further ado, let's get into the update and the real reason you're here. Enjoy. Grab a cuppa, sit back and relax. Love to hear your feedback. Hi beautifuls, welcome back. We're here to do your romance house for mid-September. Now I have pulled the cards and I did use my deck that I made years ago. And it does have dates, times, places. I remember my friend saying to me, give me the what, where, why, how. And this is what this does. So look, I kind of feel you guys are in the thick of it at the moment, and it's almost like all your cards on the top layer have come in reverse, but this is a solution, okay? So hear me so that you can get the best out of your love life now. Okay, I kind of see that a lot of you guys at the moment are, especially those of you who follow me, in your astrology, you have the marriage energy coming through. And a lot of times when we have the 1st and the 7th house, it's like, well, where is it? You know, are we going to get better? And I do read for the collective couple, single, in between. I'm getting from the December card that you really want to have everything together well and truly, by that stage. But again, I'm kind of getting that you're looking at the future. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're looking at the stability of everything. But plus with love, it's like you do wish to spend time with this individual, and you could be looking at, okay, where you do or don't have control in this. Now, as I mentioned, the cards in your crowning energy are telling you a story that is pretty much, it could be something you're saying to yourself at the moment, and this is how my guides are showing me. Now, I do feel if you guys were thinking maybe there was a third party or somebody else in the mix, what they're showing me is, yes, in the past that may have been so. It might have been that the energy wasn't given to you, that maybe in the past there was no give and take, and that wound can be resurfacing, and sometimes it can affect the direct motion moving forward. Now, I'm looking at plenty, so there's this feeling of needing to pull everything together. Am I going to be okay? Is life going to be where it needs to be? I see with the term plenty, okay? So this is plenty in reverse. Like I said, the 3 cards of surrounding energies are in reverse. There's something that you didn't say, but some of you are feeling that the past is going to continue to repeat. And we can tell ourselves these stories. Sometimes we can say to ourselves, did this person value me? Potentially, especially in a perpetrator energy, maybe in the past they didn't. But something inside of you very much has changed, and you have different needs now. So you do need a relationship to be the give and take. And it does make perfect sense that these storylines are coming up due to the fact that we're going to be having Mercury retrograde in Libra. So collectively, we are needing to really communicate in a healthy format to express what we're needing, but we can go down memory lane, especially if we're interlinking with people of the past and the hurts are coming up and the misunderstandings are coming up. It's like, okay, yes, let's acknowledge that happened, okay? Was it okay? No. Are there balances we need to re-get in the connection? Yes. How can we do such? Now, we can never control what another person does, but we can control how we show up to the situation. And a lot of times when we hear that, we can say to ourselves, well, that will change nothing then. And that's actually not true, because if the vibe doesn't really bode with you, you just won't subscribe. It's a reality sense. Next card. And then we're going to get into the tarot, okay? So these are more oracle based. Temptation. Some of you can be feeling, again, it's in reverse. Yes, there can be a circumstance in the heart of it that you feel that the person is not maybe attracted to you, or that, you know, is there another person in the mix? Is there something going on? Do they love me? Do they value me? The temptation is something might not be so tempting, and sometimes that can be in the way we are communicating with each other. Sometimes it can be the direct situation, but I feel the anxiousness, the need and the desire for this to transform and to get into a more balanced give and take. And I feel through these processes of knowing what we don't want, we can actually get what we do want. But yet again, the fear can be coming through that maybe this isn't possible. The sun, the funny thing is, I had this revelation the other day, especially because I do study, you know, the psychology element, astrology, as well as I'm a psychic medium. And I realized a very unique trait of the sun. The sun, during the phase of the moon, we hear the term total eclipse of the heart. Now, the sun is very logical, right? It's very, this is what I'm doing, I'm pouring my energy into it, I'm intuitive. Now, when the moon comes through in a full and a new moon, I would pre-warn you that, you know, 4 days either side, it can be a moment for your zodiac sign where you feel like that light is not there, that the intuition isn't as sharp, that the emotion isn't override. And so sometimes we can almost be going through a tunnel of the dark and really not seeing the hay for the clouds. And I'd really guide you to look at those time frames moving into the new moon phase and out of the new moon phase, and the same as well with the full moon, because it can be quite purgatory, that it can feel very foggy, especially for your zodiac sign. So, you know, look at the sun and the moon. The sun always moves forward, and sometimes it's difficult to move forward and we needn't be in a rush. So slow the energy vibration down, because you do have, again, your feeling is the outcome is the Magician in reverse, that you have no power. And, you know, there's so much power in no power. We tell ourselves these things, and it's through direct experiences we can have that we can actually show ourselves it's the polar opposite. Sometimes it's the not controlling, that Mother Nature, you know, does her magic and she brings it full 360, and it's really about trusting that. And it's also about not thinking that you don't have any power. That power can come through in different ways. We can be Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey, and really waiting for that harvest to grow, but also knowing our self-worth of what we're worthy of and what we can attract into our life. And I feel in some shape or form you might be feeling that control is being taken from you, and it is fair. It's not necessarily a reality. There could be a situation that you're dealing with at the moment and you're feeling, how is it all going to look? Is it going to be okay? And it's really just, my best advice would be, if something feels testing, if something feels anxious driven, I always say come back to this moment, but when you're directly dealing with a conflicting situation, it's better to take your time. So assess it, feel it out. Does it fit your needs? We're in Mercury retrograde. You know, for most of you receiving this video, it will be coming in the shadow phase, but this is to prepare you moving through that transit so you can get the best out of your love life, but so you have the tools to deal with it. So I do feel for your zodiac sign, yes, all your blessings are going to come. Yes, you're planning. You can be that mover shaker. And yes, in love it can change. But we can allow it to naturally take its own form without needing to maybe put our energy in. Where we can put energy and do such, but you might be avoiding making decisions because you're fearing an outcome. Funny enough, with the love oracles, you guys had 2 cards coming out. This one is to do with passion, okay? And again, we do have temptation in reverse. So it can be maybe comparing yourself, maybe feeling you're going to attract the same energy. Maybe it's not going to change. Maybe they don't look at you. And maybe some of you are just simply feeling you're not attracted by a toxic situation. Usually you'll know when you're healed because you won't be angry, okay? Because anger is still giving that energy. And it's not to say that it's not natural to have anger. It's that when the anger is present, you're still healing. So just acknowledge where you're at in the matrix of that situation. Passion, the magnetic and seductive quality surrounding you at present. Enjoy it. You are an attractor. You are a magnet to what we believe we attract. That's the Magician energy. If we're telling ourselves false fulfilling prophecies, or we're not wanting to do something in a particular instant, allowing things to come towards you but knowing that you're worth it. Look at the peace coming through with the heart. Now, because we're having Mercury retrograde in Libra, which is a Venus energy, we are looking at love and trying to balance, but also with the new moon in Virgo that we just had, it can come through critically. So emotionally, when this healing comes up with Aries and Chiron retrograde, and with Virgo there, we're healing our hearts, but we're healing our connections. We're critically looking at things, and sometimes we can be sharp. I do feel this is healing the heart chakra, and you guys are head and heart. Both need to be in alignment. Both need to be balanced and intuitive. And again, allowing that other vibration to be the king and queen to match you, not having to do two people's jobs, but allowing that to be something and ushering that vibration into your life. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So, you know, sometimes we tell ourselves these things and we can be mourning like it's the end. And I can see you're fearing an ending and a new beginning, because sometimes we think if a person isn't talking to us, or if there's a breakup, or if there's a misunderstanding, that it can never repair and change, and they actually can. It's the way we look at it. But sometimes I feel through your energy at the moment, it's about, you know, coming to terms with the past so we can have a future. And I think as we do that, it's go back into even the gracious moments. And I said this to my twin this morning. I said, one of the most largest blessing I received through the connection, and I have had these things through other people as well, is that I was really shown to be in the moment. And I feel that's been a large lesson for me spiritually on my twin flame path, is that nothing is ever promised tomorrow. But if we are having a fantastic vibration with a soulmate or a twin flame, by coming back to the moment and acknowledging it, we're being extremely present. Sometimes when we're scared, when we've been hurt, it's like we're grabbing onto that energy, you know, jumping in where angels fear to tread, and really wanting to hold on to it like we're owning it. And yeah, there are times to do such, but there are other times where it can be through fear without being totally present, and we miss the opportunity. You know, it can be like getting on a Ferris wheel with EXO and Beyonce and really being beautifully present in that situation and having that moment for a memory. So it's not living in lack mentality, it's being present and enjoying it and not controlling with the Magician of how it's going to look, and knowing we can let the past go and we can be present and have the most beautiful life. I do feel this Ten of Cups is on your mind. Okay, love, marriage, connection. This is the destiny. Okay, this is something that you are going to receive. You are attracting in, and you are really ready for a beautiful connection. There's a little bit of pain here. You're fearing the outcome is going to be a tower. And you can be really strict on your personal self at the minute with the head and heart. Is that you are feeling, okay, are they going to do something? Is something going to happen? You're looking towards something. You're weighing up the pros and cons. And again, we do need to be mindful during Mercury retrograde of communication. Can we gently feel an emotion? Can we articulate our truth effectively? And then can we let go of the, you know, the reins on the horse to allow it to be what it's going to be? You do have a connection here in your mind. It is a very deep connection. The love directly is here and it's very deep. There has been a lot of overwhelm in the realm of love for you. And definitely I would say from your childhood, you know, I do feel there's a guide at the moment working with you to help you to get to where you need to be. Overall, I'm seeing that you may be at the moment through vulnerability feeling as though you need to hold back. And I feel the key here will be in the extension, because we have gone a little bit over. But overall, I feel it's almost like you're holding back. You're wondering how the future's going to be. This very strong romantic connection is surrounding you in a decision on left and right. Now, what's going to happen and what's going to choose, I'll delve into that in the extension. But overall, I do see you being a little bit nervous at the moment and maybe emotional and fearing a bad outcome. This is changeable. Come through and say the connection for the extension. It's directly below. Otherwise, I'll see you during the week. Thanks for joining YILDIZ Readings. If you do need to find the link for the Members Hub, it is directly below in the information box, or you can see above on the screen, it's on the main page. Now we have 3 tier levels, as well as on Fridays, we are live on the main platform. By clicking the bell, I automate posts for both the members and the main page, plus any additional information I feel you need. The website is been updated and we do have a lot more content on it, as well as new products coming in 2022. If you do want to join webinars, we have the list, as well as the launch of the Age of Aquarius with the VIP list. For all my other media content, follow me live on the links below. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, we all have it covered, and we have more content coming. See you during the week.